Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tin Man Score channel. I'm your host, Jeff for Tin Man Taylor, and today I thought I'd get on here and react to Taylor Animated's evolution of Ash Williams from Evil Dead franchise for you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to turn these lights off, move the camera up here for you guys, and let's get this reaction on the road in the bag, shall we? All right, here we go.
There's no shortage of slasher villains, but sometimes you need a slasher hero like Ash Williams. But just how have he and the Evil Dead heroes evolved?
You know, that was the thing about Ash, was he wasn't a slasher villain, but he would take down any demonic possessed entity. And he'd look cool with that chainsaw hand of his. I didn't get into the Evil Dead franchise, but he is a cool character, that's for sure.
Let's find out now. The short Within the Woods features Bruce, wearing large glasses, a yellow baseball tee, and dark pants. He's possessed by a native spirit, becoming zombified, but he loses a hand, gets jabbed with an ancient dagger, and then is given the axe.
Whoa. I never even heard about this short. And the person that's supposed to be like Ash, but his name is Bruce, gets his hand chopped off and gets all zombified out, and she has to be the one to end him. I was like, really? I always hear people talk about Evil Dead 1, 2, Army of Darkness, and then, the Ash versus Evil Dead series, and the Evil Dead reboot and Evil Dead Rise, but I haven't heard nobody mention anything about the short. This is a first for me.
In his feature debut, Ash wears his blue dress shirt, brown pants and shoes, and occasional navy jacket. He and his friends travel to a creepy cabin, find the Book of the Dead, and listen to an old recording.
One thing I would like to point out is that was a mistake from the begin with. Nobody should ever mess with this book, especially if it has Book of the Dead in the title. I wouldn't even touch it.
Causing his peers to become possessed.
And then this happens right here. I mean, you have to kill them after they're possessed, and what are you going to say to authorities? Because they're going to think you're nuts for coming up with the whole possessed thing.
Ashley reluctantly takes them on, giving him a more battle-damaged look. He then burns the book, which apparently rots the evil away. In the sequel, Ash's hair is stylized, his clothes desaturated, his shoes darker, and he becomes muddier. This film cliff notes the first movie's plot, then Ash quickly turns into a deadite, but true love's memory clears that right up. Also, after a nasty bite, his hand becomes possessed, although Ash removes that problem, allowing him to equip his chainsaw hand.
I seen a clip of that scene on YouTube. It was really gruesome just seeing him cut his hand off while saying, "Who's laughing now?" But I don't get why in the world they had to rehash the first film, but don't even mention the whole burning of the Book of the Dead thing. I mean, it's almost like a rewrite in the movie,
Which is totally groovy. He as well fashions a makeshift holster. Additionally, his shirt becomes torn, revealing his more shredded body, and upon looking at a Kandarian demon, he also gets a silver streak in his hair. Then, in an attempt to send the evil away, Ash is accidentally transported to medieval times.
Which is actually a cool concept if you ask me. Get to see Ash fight off a bunch of demons during the medieval period. And people think he's strange wearing a chainsaw hand and he's not wearing the same type of clothes as they are.
In Army of Darkness, his hair is longer, lacks the silver streak, and his battle damage is slightly modified. He's also more tanned, has an added watch, grayish shoes, and gets even muckier. After defeating a gnarly deadite, he's hailed a hero, then given fancy loungewear with dark pants, and is outfitted with a mechanical hand.
Which that will come in handy because he can now use two hands to help fight off these deadites. I even seen a clip of him in a knight armor forging this, and when he put it on for the first time and squished the cup and said the line "groovy," I was like, oh yeah, Ash is ready to kick some butt with his new metal hand.
He also acquires a fresh blue shirt, added cape, and occasional armor. Ash even swallows a tiny evil version of himself, causing him to grow an extra head which separates into an evil Ash doppelganger, who is easily taken out. But this rotting Ash resurrects, donning knight-like armor and a skull helmet. To claim the evil book, this bad Ash challenges our Ash. Bodies burned to the bone, catapulted, and explodes. Ash then drinks a potion to go back to the present, where his S-Mart attire is modified to continue the fight.
Now that was a crazy plot, having him swallow a little evil version of himself, and then he splits into two. And then he kills him, and then he comes back, look at zombified, wearing knight armor, and then he has to catapult his evil self to make him explode. I mean, like, now that's a weird part of the story, but seems like it helped him out from Evil Ash getting the Book of the Dead.
2013 reimagining features recovering addict Mia, who is possessed, becoming burned, and wearing a white nightie. But her...
Now this one I have not seen because I think they try to not include Ash in the reboot. So this one was a whole new, fresh take on the franchise.
Brother buries her alive and then quickly revives the finally unpossessed Mia, now rocking her iconic red dress and brown boots. Like Ash, she loses her hand and is soaked red when overcoming her demons. Quite literally. In his TV series continuation, Ash girdles up and dyes his hair. When trying to impress a date, Ash reads poetry from the tyrannical book, unleashing evil once more. So he suits up with a more saturated outfit, streamlined holster, and brighter chainsaw. He initially uses a wooden hand, which is then swapped for a robotic replacement. Notably, Ash also sports a Value Mart uniform, Jacksonville vacation threads, red and blue windbreaker outfits, plaid funeral attire, psych ward fatigues, a tattered combat suit, and his hardware store vest.
Man, when Bruce Campbell came back to play Ash for the Evil Dead series, he looked like he got more threads than he did before. But I definitely dig this robot arm over the one with the knight armor styling on it. Don't get me wrong, that was still a cool arm too, but this one was more for modern times, and you don't have to worry about pumping the valve on the arm just for him to move his hand.
Importantly, this show features an adorable but evil Ash puppet. Additionally, his previously severed hand grows into a new evil Ash, and an Ash DNA demon child quickly matures and has a fleshy chainsaw hand.
That's weird. At that point, you see this, I would be throwing a stick of dynamite at it.
Our El Jefe teams up with a band of misfits, including his daughter from a forgotten marriage, to take on a whole new horde of evil deadites and demons alike, culminating in a kaiju-sized boss fight. After the battle, Ash awakens in the future, with a white jumpsuit and cybernetic hand. He then dons a bulky coat ensemble and teams up with an attractive cyborg partner.
In the past, he gets his hand back, but when he goes in the future, he's wearing a cybernetic hand that looks more like his real hand. Hey, it's a better upgrade than the bulkier robot hand he was wearing.
Evil Dead Rise features the groupie, guitar technician, Beth, wearing a purple button-up shirt and dark shorts. Recently pregnant, she goes to her sister for advice, but the typical horror unleashes. So an appropriately bloodied Beth protects her niece from their familial monster mash. And, just for fun, a leather-loving Ash with fiery eyes appears in the recent game, which also comes in a red variant, among other DLC outfits. But nothing beats the classic get-ups.
I have not seen Evil Dead Rise, and of course they did not add Ash in that movie as well. It was just a new character. But it was cool just to see her wield a chainsaw just like Ash did. But then just to see a demon-looking Ash in a video game, it's kind of amazing and creepy at the same time because look at his eyes. Okay, everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to the evolution of Ash Williams / Evil Dead animated. Let me know down in the comments which version of Ash Williams is your favorite, or which film out of the Evil Dead franchise is your favorite. This has been another successful installment of the Tin Man Square channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications for more tele-animated reactions. And stay safe, and have a nice day.